Hello, everybody. Welcome to CMSY156 Intro to Python Programming. My name is Dr. Charles Edwards, and I will be teaching this class this semester. This is an online class, and I hope by now everybody has access to the Canvas site. And I also hope that everybody has been able to buy the textbook for this course. So if you click on Canvas and go to the course homepage, and if you click on Start Here, there's an introduction, and then also there's guide about Canvas and talks about academic integrity. And then for the next step, let's go to modules. This is the most important place for you for the entire semester. Anything and everything that you need to do for this course starts here. So if you look at week 1, that is from August 27th to September 2nd, and then week 2, September 3rd to September 9th. Week 3 is September 10th through September 16th. I'll get back more into details of each one of the weeks. I want everybody to know that each week starts on a Monday. So as you can see, August 27th is a Monday, and it ends on a Sunday at 11:59 p.m. I will post any new lectures or lectures we need for this semester. There's an introduction lecture that I'm recording right now. I'm going to replace that with the old CMSY introduction that I posted this in the summer. I taught this class in the summer as well. We are using the textbook by Gaddis. That's the 4th edition. I have placed each chapter for each week here for you, hoping that by this time you would already have bought the textbook. I don't want to be faced with any copyright violation, so you have to purchase or acquire a textbook. So the assumption is you're going to be buying a textbook and you're going to be using this online chapter. Each week there is going to be one chapter that we're going to cover. There's a PowerPoint slide for that. And then there's also going to be some YouTube videos where I'm going to be posting lectures for that week. I already have posted the lecture for week 1, and if there's anything that needs to be added, then typically Monday morning I'll be adding that. You have the entire week, that's by 11:59 p.m. on Sunday, the September 2nd, you should have finished quiz 1, you should have submitted homework 1, and also lab 1. I have also, to make it convenient for you, I have posted Python idle software for you, the executable. You can launch it whether you're having Windows, 32-bit or 64-bit or Mac. You can download from here, or you can go to a new page, type in python.org. I have the 3.6.4 version, but now there's a 3.7 version as well. You can use either one. I'm okay with that. So go to Files and then choose the appropriate operating system that you have and download the file and install that. If you just want to install a previous version, then you can go to what I have uploaded in Canvas, or you can search it here under Downloads and go under the previous version 3.6, and you can download that as well. There's 3.6.6, so each of those versions are here. You can download whichever ones. I'm okay with whichever one that you download. Go ahead and download that and then install that on your, either if you're going to be using laptop or desktop, install that. After you have installed it, create you can either create a pin to the start or pin to your taskbar. I have already pinned it to the taskbar, so I have it here to launch. So this is the shell, which is known as idle, that we're going to be using for the entire semester to do your homeworks as well as your labs. Okay, so for the first week, we are going to be, let me cover the syllabus. You can download that PDF version if you choose, or you can just go to modules, then look at each week. So week 1, we're going to cover chapter 1, and if you click on chapter 1, you can download it or view it from there. So let's download it. Okay, so here's chapter 1, which is Introduction to Computers and Programming. Download that, and if you have already bought the textbook, just read chapter 1. And then let's go through the we can go through the slides, which I've also posted here, and go through the slides as well. Once you have finished reviewing the slides and you have read the chapter, then go you can listen to the videos, each one. There's going to be an intro, there's going to be week 1 lecture, and then introduction to idle, what's idle all about, listen to that. Then using interactive mode in idle, listen to that or watch that. And then there's exercise 2, watch that as well. And then attempt homework 1 and lab 1. So when you click on homework 1, it should give you the option to download, and you're going to be answering this. Download this into your local computer. Don't just click right from the browser. Download it and then open it, and then type your answer for each one of the questions. Once you have finished, save it, and then after you save it, come back to Canvas and go under modules, and you would have an option here. As a student, you should be able to upload your submission. Please make sure you submit that before September 2nd. After you finish that, then you'd go to Lab 1, click on Lab 1, download that. So Lab 1 is all about downloading the latest version of idle. How do you access it? And then how do you save the screenshot and then submitting that. Okay, so go through this, and then there's a part B where I'm asking you 3 times 4, first one. So open up idle and then type in 3 times 4, and then that should give you an answer. You can, when I'm talking about output, this is the output, right? Then if you are using Windows, use the snipping tool and then grab that, open Word, because if you have many questions, you don't want to have many submissions, and then paste that. So that's the first question. And then do that for each one of the questions, paste it, and then save that as your lab 1, and if your name is Smith, and then save it, and then come back to Canvas and submit it. If for some reason you're not typing, there's going to be many times you're not going to be typing straight into idle. You're going to be going and opening a new file, and then you're going to be typing whatever, and then you're going to save it, and then you're going to run it from there. Okay? And then in that case, you're going to be saving that as a .py file. I'll give you further examples as we get into it. I want you to submit not only the output, but also the .py file. You'll be doing that for all of your homeworks and all of your lab assignments. There are, coming back, if you come to modules, so there's week 1, you're going to have quiz 1, homework 1, and lab 2. And then I'm going to pause for a second. Okay, so when you come back, if you go to modules and click on syllabus, and you have both the PDF version, but if you scroll down all the way, you can see there are 3 exams. The exams are 45%. There are 12 labs, and that's 30%. And then homework for each week, that's 15%, and quizzes for each week, that's 10% of your total grade. Okay, I'm not going to drop any of the quizzes or any of the labs or any of the homework, so you need to complete all of that, and I will I'll change this instead of 10 for each week there's 1. Your labs and your homework and your quizzes, they all have due dates, and they're due. Typically, I give an entire week, Monday through Sunday, and Sunday evening by 11:59 p.m. you should submit your assignments. So if you look at week 1, we're going to be covering chapter 1, and then that's introduction to Python, about idle, and then you will listen to those videos and watch the videos, and then do your lab 1 and homework 1, and do quiz 1. And then week 2, we will start with chapter 2, which is about input, processing, and output. Read the chapter, go through the PowerPoint slides, and there's a lecture already. I will also post new updated lectures as needed, and then follow the same steps to go through the quizzes, the lab 2, and then homework 2. Week 3, we'll be covering chapter 3, decision structures and Boolean logic. There's a quiz, lab, and homework. Listen to the lecture for that particular week, and also go through the slides, and also read the chapter. Week 4 covers chapter 4, repetition structures, and then there's follow the same process. Listen and watch the video for the lecture, go through the chapter, read it, and then go through the slides as well, and then take the quiz and the homework and the lab, complete them before the due date. And then week 5, which is, if you go to modules, week 5, which is September 24th to September 30th, there's a review for your exam, and then take your exam, click on exam here, and then start it. You have 140 minutes or 2 hours and 20 minutes to complete this exam. This exam contains 100 questions of multiple choice, true or false. If you're not sure about any question, you can open idle and type the question out and see your answer. That's a good way to check it, but make sure you keep track of the time. It's an open book, open notes. You can search any way you like and take the exam. You just should not get any help from anybody else. Also, there's no proctor for this exam. So your integrity, I trust. So make sure you are prepared and do the exam within that given time slot and complete it by September 30th. Week 6 will cover chapter 5. There's the video for chapter 5. Watch it and then read chapter 5 and go through the slides, and then take the quiz and homework 5 and lab 5. Each week I will also be adding more problems I'll work out and I'll submit, and I'll walk you through that. And any questions for each week you might have, I will post those as well. And then after the chapter 8, after you finish chapter 8, then on week 10, there's an exam 2 that's going to cover the same way chapters 5, 6, 7, and 8. And there are 100 questions, multiple choice and true or false, and you have 2 hours and 20 minutes to complete that. Week 11, we'll cover chapter 9 and follow the same process. And there's a quiz, a homework, and a lab. Submit that by the due date. And then week 12, we'll go through chapter 10. And week 13, there's no class. That's the Thanksgiving break. And then coming back on this should be November 26th, you'll be back. So November 26th to December 2nd, that week we'll be covering 2 chapters, chapter 11 and 12. And then there's a quiz, a homework, and a lab. And then depending if I'm able to cover chapter 12 that week, I'll do that. If not, I'll move chapter 12 to December 3rd. We'll cover chapter 12 and 13. And there's a quiz, there's a homework, and a lab. And your exam is you have time from December 10th through December 14th. And same method, same process. It's open book, open notes. You don't need to have a proctor. And it'll cover chapters 9 through 13. There are 100 questions, multiple choice, and true or false. And you have to complete it by before 11:59 p.m. on the 14th of December. I have to turn in the grades on the 15th. So if you're going to be late on anything, you're going to be deducted points, but at the same time, make sure you complete it by the 14th of December. That's what we're going to cover the entire semester. And take time, listen through each one of the weeks. If there's any questions, feel free to email me, or you can you can send me a text. My cell phone number is 202-528-8994. If you send me a text, I will respond to you as soon as possible. And if it is something that is quick and short you need, if you're sending me an email, typically I take 48 to 72 hours to respond back to your email. So that's about the introduction piece of it. And if there's anything that I need to, if I need to post, I will do that. So in this introduction, I have gone through the syllabus. I've gone through how to access, download idle, and install it. I've not gone through the exact installation process. Just click next and go through that, take the default values. Once you finish installing and have idle ready to go, that's the shell that we're going to be using to create and run your programs. I went through what we're going to cover each week, and you need to pretty much, for everything that you need to be here in modules. I've gone through all of that, and for tomorrow, if there's an update to week 1 lecture, I'll post it here. This, what I've recorded now, I'm going to post it here as well. And I've given you also my cell number in case you need to get hold of me and get a quick answer. I will be talking to you again, and I'm pretty certain that you're going to enjoy this semester learning Python. It's a good language, and it's very easy to learn. It's not like other programming languages, and I'm confident that you're going to have fun learning this and going through this entire semester. Great. Looking forward working with you through this entire semester.